All right, so we're ready to go live.
Perfect.
It's just coming on. Taking a couple of minutes. And I think we should be live now. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Just give us 1 second. I just want to make sure that we are live and we have this video visible to everyone. Good morning. This is the Civilized Presence. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Just give us 2 minutes. Perfect. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And can you see the video, Roland, please?
Right now, all I see is you and I. So
Okay.
it says Facebook on the top corner, but all I see is you and
yes, we are live on Facebook. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to try to put the video on your page.
Okay.
Yes. So, guys, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. Just give us a few minutes. We're trying to bring the video on. I know everyone is excited. I am excited too. We have someone special in our midst today. So, okay. Perfect. I have it on your page now, Roland.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. So we're just going to get this started on Instagram. And so, yes, on Instagram. I just started the live video on Instagram. Welcome, everyone. Hello, good morning, Instagram. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Welcome you onto the Civilized Presence. And so, Roland, I have the video on Instagram. So if you just come into the live and I'll bring you right on the screen.
So I just click on your picture?
Yes, perfect. And I'll be able to bring you on.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Perfect. And that is you. There you go. Everything worked pretty easy this morning. Great. That's what happens when you have the right person in the house. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited. Yes, thank you so much, Halima. Thank you. Thank you for being here, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can see that we're all jumping in. Please just let us know where you're joining us from. Do us a favor. Let us know where you're joining us from. Good morning, Glendon. Good morning, Anne-Marie. It's so good to have you in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Good morning, guys. Yes. Hello, Gervasio. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, my Instagram family. Thank you. Hello, Eric. Hello, Scott. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Yes, welcome. You're onto the Civilized Presence. And let me know if you can hear us. Hello, Ricky, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you can hear us fine. Let us know how the sound is doing. We are also excited. It's our very first session for the year. Thank you, guys. I am so excited. I missed you guys so much. Thank you, Glendon. Thank you. It's so good to see everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Esther from Nigeria. It's so good to have you, Morel. Thank you, my friend from London, UK. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support. I am so excited. Hello, Basi. Hello, C. Carney. Thank you for being here. It's such an amazing morning. Let me tell you guys, it's a Friday morning. It's cold in Virginia, but I am already feeling hot because of all the great people in the house. Hello, Pauline. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. It's so good to have all your support. Thank you. I miss everyone. I am so sorry that we had to go off, but you know what? You would realize why we had to go off for a week and a half just to be able to bring the right contents here. Hello, Dong. Thank you so much for being here. Now, welcome, guys. You're on to the Civilized Presence. And guys, did you notice that we started before time? It's going to be a great year. Yes, I have the right person in the house. Hello, Kunanani. Thank you for being here. Yes, when you have Roland in the house, you have to be on time because he was here really early. And Roland, I want to say thank you so much, Roland. It's such an honor to work with you. Thank you. And we are also excited. So guys, just give me all the thumbs up. You know what I love? The hearts, the thumbs up. Let me know how you're doing. Tell me where you're joining us from. I am telling you, I missed you guys. It's been over a week. I haven't seen you. Look at that. Come on, let me know where you're joining us from. Yes, thank you from South Africa. Yay, Africa is in the house. Great. I have Nigeria in the house this morning. I can see Kenya. I can see Ghana. I can see London, UK. I can see Paris. I can see Canada in the house. Look at that. Thank you. Dong, thank you so much for being here. I can see Australia, my friend Melissa. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you. From Trinidad and Tobago. It's so good to have you, Glendon. Welcome, guys. So, yes, I am so excited. You can see that I'm so pumped up. And we can go over and over and over because I have somebody who is so special to me. And you are about to find out why I am so all smiles and so giggly and so happy and so excited. I have the right person in the house today, and he's going to share some really great contents with us. So for those of you who are just joining us for the very first time, you've never been here, you are in the right place. Welcome to the 76th session. 76th session of the Civilized Presence. And the Civilized Presence is an online TV session where lives are changed, where people discover themselves, their purpose, their voice, and of course, learn social skills that are required to thrive in the real world. And so if you're just here for the very first time, you're in the right place. I need you to just hang on tight. Hello, Noye. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know where you're joining us from. I really appreciate you making out time to be here with me today. Now, for some of you who have never met me before, my name is Louisa Akaiso, and I am your host for today. I feel so honored that you responded to the call, to the post, to the flyer. Somebody shared it with you. You saw it on my page, on Instagram, on Facebook. Are you watching it on YouTube later on? Are you watching on replay? I just want to let you know that I love you all. Thank you. You make it happen every Mondays and Fridays. That's when we're here at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And you always make it a date to be here with me. And I really appreciate you all. And let me formally say Happy New Year. Happy 2019. Are you excited about the year? I am excited, and we have a right message. And the first person, the first guest for today, for our session this year, is the best ever. Let me tell you, if you've never listened to him, you are in for a great ride. So go grab your cup of coffee. I don't know if you want to have, I don't know what part of the world you're joining us from. Over here it's cold, so I have coffee. If it is hot, you might have a cup of juice, water, whatever you want to have, and then a pen and paper, because it is time to take notes. When you have Roland in the house, it's time to take notes. Yes, and another thing I want you to do for me is just say hello to one another. It's the Civilized Presence. We learn how to be civil here. Now, the main focus of this Facebook and Instagram series is really to help restore civility through meaningful and constructive conversation. And I've been doing this since the month of April with different experts and professionals and leaders from all over the world. Like we have today, we have Roland in the house today. And it has been great. It has been fun. And guys, let me know if you can hear me. It looks like we have a feedback. Roland, is that from you? Hello,
No,
Doris.
it's fine with me. And then
Thank you so much. Guys, can you hear us? Let me know if you can hear us loud and clear.
It's gone.
Everyone is excited. Morale is happy. Great. Thank you. So let's get back to who I am, because some of you, there's so many new people in the house, so I have to introduce myself, guys. Okay, so I am a certified master civility trainer and a leadership speaker, coach, and trainer with the John Maxwell team. And it's also important that I let you know that I was just recently nominated as a member of the President's Advisory Council. Yes. So that's something that I had to tell you about. So I am so excited. There's so many great things about this year, but I feel so honored that you are here. I am Nene B. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Doris. Thank you. So good to have you from Virginia. Thank you. Guys, I am so excited, but we have to get the party going. Now, I don't know how many of you have seen the flyer of today. We're talking about how to start strong and stay strong. Now, before we go to that, some of us do not even know what civility is. Okay, but you're in the right place. Now, being civil means being constantly aware of others and weaving restraint, respect, and consideration into that very fabric of that awareness. So being civil is, I would say, is a form of gracious goodness. It is focused on positive people's treatment. It is being responsible for your actions. If that's too difficult for you, think about the golden rule, treating the others the way you want to be treated. So what I want you to take away from this session is really being responsible for your actions. And if we have a lot more people being mindful of how they treat the person next to them, I think the world will be a better place. And if you agree with me, just give me some thumbs up. And let me know that I'm talking to the right crowd. Guys, give me some hearts, please. I need some thumbs up. I need some hearts. If you're loving the message, if you've been here before, if you're excited to see, thank you, Nenabe, thank you. If you're excited to see Roland, if you're excited to see me, let us know. Share some love. You're in the civilized presence, guys. So the show is not for me. It is for you. It's focused for you. It has been created especially for you with the right content. But let me introduce my special guest to you. His name is Roland Manny. And let me tell you who he is. He is an accomplished transformational messenger of hope, mentored by Dr. Ruben West, the founder of Black Belt Speaker or Speakers, and is also a platinum speaker under the world-renowned motivational speaker Les Brown. He is a dedicated fitness and nutrition coach. He is also a mindset coach, offering support to those who desire to change their mindset and lifestyle. His purpose in life is to transform the lives of millions of people around the world. So if you know that you are struggling this morning, if you know that you're not so sure if you wanted to start up this year on the right note, let me tell you, there is no hiding grounds anymore, because you're right here with Roland, and he's ready to screw your mindset back on track. He's ready to put you back. He's ready to give you all the right steps and strategies to start up this year and to finish strong. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to allow Roland to say hello to our audience for a minute. Over to you, Roland.
Oh, thank you so much, Louisa. And it's really an honor and a privilege to be here. And I just want to thank you for the opportunity. I know we shared a live a while back with Dr. Ruben West and Dr. Rivers and a couple other people. And I really appreciate you letting me be part of your movement, the civility, and just for you to just think about me to be on this is really I'm really grateful for that. And I just want to say thank you and congratulations on your accomplishments. And you're like, it's off to a great year, and it's only January 3rd. And you're already doing great things.
It is amazing.
Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And hello, Netino. We have more people who are jumping on. And guys, if I haven't mentioned your name, it doesn't mean that I do not care about you. I want you to know that I love you so much. But Roland is in the house and I have to focus on him. There is so much that he wants to share and we have very little time. So we have to get back to the deal of the day. So my very first question to you, Roland, which of course you've been here before, you're a returning guest, is What does civility mean to you? Over to you, Roland.
Well, civility to me means it's to me it's a very simple thing. It's treating people the way you want to be treated, and sometimes it's treating people better than you want to be treated. And what do I mean by that? It means just holding the door open for somebody when they're walking into it, and it doesn't matter what color they are, what nationality they are, whether a guy or none of that stuff matters. All that matters is you holding the door, and all. It may just seem like a simple thing, but it's really amazing because I go out of my way to do it. And Louisa, I don't care if it's 5 or 10 seconds. If I see somebody walking across the parking lot, I'm going to hold the door open, and it puts a smile on their face. You get a thank you every time, and you always get, you didn't have to do that. And that's what civility is. It's not doing something that you have to do. You do it because you want to do it. And it doesn't matter what, there is no division among people. It's all people treating the janitor like you would treat the CEO. And to me, that's what it's like. And if we can just come together and see that, and that's what Dr. Ruben West and I talk about so much, is there should be no division. It should be everybody going in the same direction to change people's lives around the world. And to me, really, it's as simply as holding the door open. It's simply as smiling at somebody. It's simply as saying hello. And it's not always easy, because like you said earlier, it's choosing how you respond. So when you're going down the road and somebody cuts you off, and being civil is not cutting them off back, or saying something vulgar or whatever from obscene gesture or whatever. It's trying to keep the mindset that, okay, I got to be civil, and maybe they're in a hurry, maybe they just had a bad day. I don't know what it is, but being civil is just treating people the way you want to be treated at all times.
Great. Thank you so much. Guys, I am so excited. Let me tell you, I have people way back from my high school jumping online. This is serious. Thank you so much for being here. It means so much to me. I can see a lot of image consultants just jumping online. Ali from Canada, thank you for being here. ID, thank you for being here. McCloy, thank you for being here. I have Egnero, Ada, thank you for being here. Guys, I really do love you all, and I appreciate you all for being here this morning. It means so much to me. So we're just going to go back to the deal of the day. So Roland, majority of our viewers are entrepreneurs and professionals, and that's why we're so excited about the topic. And sometimes when the year starts, let me tell you, it takes a lot to get yourself back together, especially if you did not have or you had a not so good year before, or things didn't work out that great. And so really being able to have the right attitude for work and being ready to get back to work is always a struggle for majority of people. Now, can you share some tips how we can develop a right attitude to go back to work for 2019? Over to you, Roland.
I think, yeah, and you're right. We all struggle with that. We all have challenges. I know I do. We all do. And that's just part of life. And you know something, it's whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you work for corporate America, there's always challenges that you're going to have. But I think the important thing is not to carry 2018 into 2019 and give it a fresh start. And I think, you'll hear so many times that people say, I had a bad day, and they even take it further. Thank goodness 2018's gone. I had such a bad year. Well, my thinking is this: it might have been a tough year, challenging year, but it couldn't have been a bad year because you're still here January 1st, 2019. So there's some people that never even made it to 2019. And what happens is, Louisa, is some people, there is no such thing as a bad day. There's a bad moment, but some people choose to nurse that moment to make it a bad day, and then it's a bad hour, and then it's a bad week, a bad month, and it ends up being a bad year. So I think one of the things we're going to do is chalk it up to experience 2018 and come to 2019 with a brand new attitude. You know what I mean? With an attitude of, this is going to be a different year. This is a fresh start. I can make changes right now, and I'm right where I'm supposed to be. God put me right here, right now. And that's the attitude we got to have, and not be so stuck on the past, because if we keep looking in the past, that's where we're going to end up. Why do you think they make the rear view mirror a lot smaller than the windshield? It's because we're going forward, not backwards. So I think one of the main things is we just have to change our thinking. We have to change our mindset, realize that 2019 isn't 2018. And that's really one of the main focuses that we got to have.
Thank you so much and welcome, Louis. It's so good to have you from Kenya. Hello, Mali. Thank you so much for being here. And a lot more other people that are jumping in. I can see we have a lot more people online. But if I did not call your name, it's because you're probably not on my personal page. But I want to let you know that I love you very much and I will come back to you. But let me get back to the deal of the day. Okay, Roland, that was great. Now I have another question for you, Roland. A lot of times I find that life always happens, okay? And when life happens, we get stuck. And I I have been following you for quite a while, Roland, and I have listened to your story, and it's such a great story that you have, and the teachings that you do. You know, right from when you're working with Les Brown and Dr. West, I've listened to all of that, and this is why we have you in the show today, because I thought this is the right person to get us started with the right mindset for this year. Now, when life happens, and of course, it always does happen, a lot of times we get thrown down
Yeah.
and it's difficult to get back up. Now, how can we get, push the things that might have happened to us aside, take off the distraction, and get ourselves back to work? Or do you think that we should take a break and kind of like wallow in all the pain and all of that? Because sometimes I work with clients who say, oh, Louisa, I'm going through something, I'm not ready to really do any work till another 3 months. What can you say about that? And I would love you to share your story and what you think about that to the audience. Over to you, Roland.
Thank you. That's a great question. And you're right. In life, we are going to get hit. It's not a matter of maybe we will or maybe we won't. We all hit through in life, and we all get knocked down. And a lot of times, Louisa, something, we never see it coming. It's Muhammad Ali said, it's the punch you don't see coming that knocks you out. And we've seen that so many times. Like, people will have an illness. I never saw it coming. There'll be a death in the family. I never saw it coming. I lost my job. I've never seen it coming. So it's not a matter of if you get knocked down in 2019, or maybe you got knocked down in 2018. We all did. But the point is, we don't have to stay there. You know what I mean? And that's what I think that's what you're saying, is some people get knocked down. They say, I'm just going to take a rest on the mat. And that's not what life is. Life is a fight. It's like a boxing match. And a boxer never just lays down. If they throw in the towel, that means the fight's over. And as long as you still have breath in you, the fight's not over. So I think it's a matter of getting back up. And, I can share a little bit about my story. September 21st, 2009, I was at a New England Patriots football game, and I got a text message from my 15-year-old daughter, who was, something. She was brought up in a Christian family, had good moral values, was on track to be a scholarship for basketball. And between a freshman and sophomore year, I got that text message, and it said, hey, Dad, I'm pregnant. So here's my 15-year-old daughter pregnant. I never saw it coming. That's a punch I never saw coming. And it did knock me down. And we start thinking, Louise, and we start thinking about, what are people going to think about me? Her life is ruined. All these things, and that's what keeps us knocked down. And my wife getting getting a checkup, and the doctor telling her the 3 things you never want to hear, the 3 words nobody wants to hear: you have cancer. It's the punch you don't see coming. Or my friend that was his 15-year-old son, a heroin addict. They had to resuscitate him twice. It's the punch you didn't see coming. And you shared such a story with me yesterday. You lost your parents, both parents, in a small amount of time. You never saw
Absolutely.
that. Yeah, you never saw that coming. And you told me it floored you. And you were at the point where you wanted to stay, like, you know what I mean? Like, you had trouble getting up. You told me, you said, I don't want to use the word, but I was messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's understandably so. But I think what happens is, like I did with my daughter, I said, okay, I had to shift my attitude. I had to shift my thinking. I said, okay, this is what happened. She's pregnant at 15 years old. Now I can either dwell in that, or I can figure out what I'm going to do about it. Because here's what we do is, when something happens to us, we focus 90% on the problem and 10% on the solution, where we should focus on 90% on the solution and 10% on the problem. And that's how we get through those challenges. And I think that's what happened to you, is somebody said something to you. And this is, we could talk about this some more, but I loved what you said yesterday, because somebody said something to you. It was one of your coaches said,
Life happens.
life happens.
That's
And
right.
you know, I remember when I said, I bet you thought she was being so mean. And you said, yeah. And I was upset. She's supposed to be my coach and help me. But as you thought about that, you said, you know something? She's absolutely right, because she told you what you needed to know and not what you wanted to hear. See, and that shifted in your life. So I think, you know, we can talk about this as we go on, but I think it all depends on how you shift your mind. You got to have that mind shift where you start thinking differently. And once you have that mind shift, the thing that happened is no longer a negative thing. You can change it into to something positive and learn from it and grow from it.
Thank you so much. And of course, that's leading us to the next question, is how easy it is for us to adjust our mindset. Is there something can happen, it weighs you down, and of course, those ugly gremlins keeps coming at you every time you want to do something. It's like, listen, you can't do it. You're supposed to be down. You're supposed to be sleeping. You're not good enough. I don't think you're the right person for the job. Nobody's going to believe in you. You need to keep quiet. How can you shift your mind? How can you adjust your mindset in order to get it right for the new year? Because there's always going to be the tiny voices screaming at you every time that we want to take a decision or make a decision. Even when it's time for you to wake up in the morning, let me tell you, when the alarm goes off, the tiny voice says, I think you want to sleep some more, Louisa. Come on, Roland can wait.
That's so funny that you talk about the alarm clock, Louisa, because if you think about it, people set the alarm clock and they can't stand, they set it, they can't stand it. And when they can't stand when it goes off, and what do? They hit the snooze button and it goes off. If you hate it so much the first time, why do you keep hitting the snooze button? That's so true. So you're right. It starts as a single thing, is making a choice. If my alarm clock goes off at 5 o'clock, I'm getting up at 5 o'clock, because the extra 5 minutes isn't going to do me any good. But it's very simple. As it's simple, but it's not easy, because we're most of the self-talk we have is negative. Most of the people we hang around with is negative. Most of what you see out in society is negative. The news is negative. So it's not an easy thing, but it's a simple thing to do, and it's to focus on it every single day. You know, because we don't have to water weeds, but we have to water a rose garden. You know, and it's the same thing. You have to focus on, what did you do in 2018 that didn't get your mind straight? Because I really believe, even like we talked about wellness and stuff in the past, where people have to get healthy. They know what they have to do to lose weight, and they know they have to drink water, and all those basic things. That's the easy part. But the hard part is that they don't have the mind shift or the mindset to do it. So it all starts with your healthy mind, and you have to feed your mind. You have to get up early, put something positive in your head, listen to something positive, study a positive quote, you know, read the Bible, whatever works for you. You have to take care of it, because no one's going to show up first thing in the morning and say, Louisa, I'm going to put a positive thought in your head today.
That's right.
It's not going to happen. But a lot of times, Louisa, here's what we do. We wait for somebody else to change us. And we wait for somebody else that, you know, and for somebody else to make things better for us. And it's not going to happen. We have to take self-responsibility. But I think what happens is, you know, let's use you, for example. I'm sure, and even with my daughter, you know, it was like, oh, the poor thing. Oh, poor you. What are you going to do? I feel bad for you. Oh my gosh, it's going to be such a tough life. How do you do it? It must be such a struggle. And for you, when you lost your parents, I'm sure it was some of the same thing. Oh, it's okay. You feel like that. And to a point that it is. But at some point, in you have to have somebody in your life, like you had your coach. I surrounded myself with some people. You had to have somebody in your life that said, you know something, Louisa, I'm not going to tell you that stuff, because that's not taking you off the mat. That's not taking you off the canvas. That's not getting you up to fight back one more day. And you know, it's like if I had a bottle of poison and I put it in the refrigerator and I peeled the poison label off, and instead I put chocolate syrup on it.
I'll be the first to take it.
Right, but what would it do? It would kill you.
It will kill.
Yes, and we live in a society that we're told we're softening the label, but it's making the poison more potent. And I think we have to hang around with people that, like your coach told you, Louisa, life happens. I know it's hard, but you got to continue to go. And once you do that, shift your mind, and everything's going to change for you. But we got to stop softening the label. We got to stop softening the label, because we're only making the poison more potent.
Thank you so much, Roland. And thank you so much. Yes, I have a lot of feedback. I have DeFi says, I so need this. Thank you. You are the reason we're here today. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're finding great value in the content. And we have Sikani says, is life happening to you, or are you happening to life? That's a great question. Thank you. Welcome, Minister Eris Mary. And I want to let you guys know that the original storyteller, our coach, Wenger, is here in the house. Thank you for being here. Hello, Helen from Canada. It's so good to have you. Minister Eris Mary from Cameroon, you were here. Oh my God, guys. And Beth is here in the house from Kenya too. Wow, guys, I am so honored with all of the support that I'm getting from all of you. You give us a reason to do what we do every day. Thank you for all the encouragement. Thank you for always being here. And thank you for sharing the love and just sharing the message. Do me one more favor. Can you share this on your page, on your personal page, on your business page? Invite somebody. If someone is sleeping, wake them up. They need to hear this message. Is there someone who is still struggling with starting off the year on the right note? Please share this message with them. And we have the mindset coach in the house. Bring on your questions. You do not want him to go and then you bring the questions. The questions are not for Louisa. The questions are for Roland, and he's in the house. He's ready to take on the questions. Thank you so much. Yes, Wenger, it's so good to have you here. So that takes us to the next question, Roland. You talked about having the right people around you. And I think that's very important.
Oh.
And I remember that Dr. Rivas always says that some people might not be able to go with you to your next level. You might have to drop them. And I always, oh, look at Leona is here from London, UK. Woohoo! Thank you. Roland, I'm so excited this morning. All of my viewers are just making me so happy.
I love it.
Okay, so great. So my question is, how can we create the right circle of influence?
Yeah,
because it just seems like we feel that everyone that we've known from when we were born, we have to pack them along. And sometimes it's difficult to focus and do what you have to do to be able to achieve growth and success in your career as an entrepreneur. And I'm saying that because majority of the people online here are entrepreneurs. How can we create that circle of influence? Over to you, Roland.
Well, you know, it's you know, I share the story about my daughter a lot, and I'm going to tell you about this. And I look at life, because we talked about getting knocked out. Muhammad Ali said, you are going to get, it's not a matter of getting knocked down. It's how many times you can get back up, you know. And when if you look at life, Louisa, life is a lot like a boxing match. You know, the same characters in the environment, the same arena. It's the same thing. I mean, you get the opponent that's trying to knock you out over and over and over again. When you get back up, they're trying to knock you down again. But a lot of times in life, you know what that opponent is? It's self-doubt. It's failures of the past. It's you know, what other people's opinion of you. It's past, even past successes. And we're fighting an opponent that doesn't exist. You've never heard of a boxer shadow boxing and getting knocked out by his own shadow. But yet in life, we're getting knocked out by our own shadow. So you get the opponent, and then you get the referee that's just waiting to count you out. Those people that are waiting to see you fail, they're just saying, you know, looking to count you out. And then if you look, you got to have the fans, right? There's got to be the fans that are there to see a fight. Guess what they're looking to see? Somebody to get knocked out. That's all they get to see. You know, they might be the champion, that might be their favorite, but they want to see somebody get knocked out, because guess what they'll do?
Wow.
They'll just go find another fighter to back. But in life, the people that are in the stands are your friends, your family members, not all of them, some of them, people you work with. People want to see you get knocked out. You know, and we have to be aware of that. But what you have to realize is, like for me, I was flat on the canvas. I'll tell you the truth. I didn't know what to do. When my daughter told me she was pregnant, Louisa, I didn't know. I was floored. I was flat on my back, flat on the canvas of life. And of all the people, if you look in the arena, guess who the most important person is? It's the trainer that's in the corner. Because when one of these guys is getting ready to go, wants a trainer for a fight, he doesn't go to somebody that's going to tell him he's not fast enough, he's not good enough, he'll never win. No, they tell him, look, life, it's going to be a fight. If you want to win this fight, it's going to be tough, but you got to put in the time. And that's the person that's in the corner. You know, and if you look at a fighter when he gets knocked down, he's not looking at the people in the stands. He's not looking at the referee. He's not looking at the opponent. He's looking at his corner. And when I got knocked down, the person that was reaching through the ring, looking at me saying, Dad, you got to get back up. Dad, I didn't need you when I'm scoring 50 points a game. Dad, I didn't need you when I'm doing all this great stuff. I need you now. And that's what we have to look at. We don't have to look at all those people. See, we think we have to keep all our fans with us. People think they got 5,000 friends on Facebook. No, you don't. No, you don't. Ask them if you can borrow $5. You have 3 fans on Facebook. They're not all your friends. But it's the ones that are in the corner, the ones that need you to get back up, because Muhammad Ali said the canvas is no place for a champion. So I had to make the decision. Was I going to be a chump and stay down, or was I going to be a champion and get up? And that's what we have to decide in 2019. So when I got back up and I got home and we came up with a plan for my daughter, guess what? I was 45 years old, Louisa, a single dad. I had no clue how to bring up a 15-year-old pregnant girl. No clue.
Right.
But a lot of people on this 2019 are starting a new business. They might be going through some tough times right now, and they have no clue how they're going to get out. They don't know. But here's what I did know. I had to surround myself with a group of people that were going to pull me up, that were going to support me. And I didn't have to go look too far. I went to my mom, my dad, my 2 brothers, my sister, and one of my friends. People that I hung around with every single day. And you know something, Louisa? Not one of them told me she's never going to make it. She messed up her life. She ruined your name. She shouldn't have the baby. You know what they said? We're going to do everything we can to help you and to help her and help her baby have a successful life. So I think as you go into 2019, you got to surround yourself with people. When life knocks you down, they're not going to throw in the towel on you. They're not going to wait to count you out. They're not going to try to knock you down again. They're going to say, Roland, or they're going to say, whoever it is, get back up. We're here to fight you no matter what. And guess what they're going to tell you? You got to have someone willing to tell you this, Louisa, just like your coach told you. Get up. Life happens. And people come into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. So why are we keeping people that came in for a season or a reason, trying to keep them for a lifetime? Because most people want you to get ahead in life as long as you don't get ahead of them.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And I have Mr. King in the house. Hello, Mr. King. It's so good to have you here. Guys, I am so happy. Let me tell you, Roland, I am so excited and I love the message so much. And moments like this, I just want to jump up and just scream. But if I jumped up to scream, people will think I'm crazy. So maybe I can just scream with my hands. Guys, I am so happy. I'm so excited. Thank you. This is a right message. And if you feel the same way like I do, give us some hearts. I want to be able to bring back Mr. Roland. If we do not show him love, he's not going to come back. Yes, Mr. King says Roland is so on point. Yes, that's Mr. King. He's in the house. Good to have you here. Mr. Yaya, thank you so much for being here. And Benga says, establish your circle of strength. Look at that. Let me tell you, Roland, I have the best people in the house today.
It's amazing.
Maranga says, surround yourself with people to bring you up. We had a question from Helen, and Helen is a master civility trainer. She's based in Canada. And her question was, how can you drop them politely? Because this is a civilized presence. So everything is done in a civil manner. So how can we drop them politely? Over to you, Roland.
Well, that's a great question. And I think as you grow, you leave some things behind. So it's not a matter of saying, look, I can't talk to you anymore. I don't like you. It's not a matter of, here's what you got to do. Check the caller ID. And limit your conversations with them and limit the time you spend with them. But over time, you're going to grow out of that. Like, you know, a fish can only grow as big as the fish tank that it's in. A flower can only grow as big as the flower. So if you want to grow more, you have to leave that pot behind. You have to leave that fish tank behind. So over time, you can do it nicely. I mean, you look at the people that have been in your life and you don't, high school friends, you know, the people that you thought were going to be your, I mean, it was devastating, right? You're graduating from high school. Oh my gosh, my best friends, I can't live without them. And you were in high school for a whole semester. You never heard from them again. I moved from Massachusetts to Ohio 6 years ago. I had friends over there. We're going to stay in touch. Guess what? I don't talk to them anymore. It's not that I let them go and was mean to them or they were mean to me. It's just, that's what happens, because as you expand, they're not going to want to hang around with you either, because they're going to be like, you're too much for me. I can't handle that. So a lot of times they're going to separate themselves from you. You don't have to be uncivil. You can still say hi to them. You can still, be nice. But here's what I know. When your circle of friends becomes smaller, your life becomes bigger. When your circle of friends become less, your life becomes more.
Ooh, I have to listen to this session again. We are so excited. Yes, Glendon, great answer. Kosisha, thank you so much for being here in the house. It's so good to have you here. And guys, I'm going to give you all of Roland's contacts, okay? His website, it's www.therealcoachrow.com. And I'm going to leave it in the comment box below. Can somebody help me? www.therealcoachrow.com. You can also send him an email at row@therealcoachrow.com. So I'm going to leave it all of his information in the comment box below. He's also on Instagram at Do It to Lose It Now. Now we're going to talk about that. Yes, because do it to lose it now. That's what I want to hear. Roland, I have had so much sweets in this last week. I'm telling you, I feel so heavy. And I have been struggling with drinking coffee just to see how I can lose it. And I remember when I had a chat with you and you talked about a healthy lifestyle, I said, oh, come on, Ro. I don't like someone reminding me of the sugar that I've had in the past couple of days. Now, you also mentioned at the beginning of the session about having the right mindset, even when you're trying to develop a healthy lifestyle. Now, can you just throw some light to that? How can we do that? Over to you, Roland.
Well, it requires change. Like I've been in the wellness industry and, going to the gym. I'm 55. I started when I was 21 years old. And what I realized, Louisa, is a lot of people that the eating habits that's the easy part, but it's the mindset that's tough. And it really is a passion of mine to help people live a healthy lifestyle, to feel better about themselves, because when life knocks you down, because you are going to get knocked down, like we said, if you feel good, you can get back up so much faster. You can react so much, because that's one thing you have going for you is your health. But what I realize is in life, what do we focus on the most? We spend all our money and most of our time on all material things, houses, cars, computers, jewelry, whatever it is, all material things that can be replaced over time. But the four things that we neglect the most, that are given to us for free by God, are our friends, our families, our minds, and our bodies. The four things that if we lose them, we can never get them back. And what I realize is people need help. And I just tell people like it is. I don't take the label off the poison. I'm going to tell them like it is, because I think people need to realize, like, if they can take care of their wellness and their mindset, not only will they feel better, but everything around them will feel better. So I'm so focused on helping people realize, like, this is life. We don't get a second chance. When at the hurricanes in Florida, Louisa, we saw it, right? Everything was wiped out. Everything was wiped out. But what were people doing? They would talk about civility. There was no racial discrimination when they were saving each other's lives. There was no, I'm not going to help you because you're black. I'm not going to help you because you're white. I'm not going to help you. I'm not going to. They were helping each other. They were saving each other's lives. And guess what they were doing? They were saving their lives. When tragedy came, all that stuff they spent all the money on, they didn't care. They were running for their lives. But why is it that people aren't trying to save their lives every day with living a healthier lifestyle, with how they're having a better mind shift? So my focus is this: helping people live a healthier lifestyle every single day, whether it's they want to lose weight, gain weight, just live a better quality of eating habits and stuff, but giving them the attitude and the mindset that they can do it.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We have a question from the audience, from Benga. He says, how do you change your mindset concerning money Being comfortable earning what you're worth. Over to you, Roland. That's the question.
Well, I think you gotta believe, that's a good question. You just have to believe that you're gonna be, Jim Rohn, I love what he says, be happy where you are in pursuit of what you want.
Mm.
So you're gonna be happy where you're at and then pursue other things. And what was the other part of the question, Louisa?
It says being comfortable earning what you're worth. How can you change your mindset concerning money? Because sometimes, people love to offer their services for free. And so we want to change that in 2019. So I think that's what that question is about.
Yeah, and a lot of times because we don't put enough value on ourselves, and I think that's a good question because that's how I was. Because I got a coach to help me with social media because I didn't know how to do it. And then so she said, well, how much do you want to charge these people to coach them? I said, I'll do it for free. And then she told me, she said, in 2019, you're not doing it for free because the value that you bring is worth them paying for it. And if the people, if you're worried about people not getting it, then they're not for you. So I think you got to have that mindset that you are worth what you can deliver to people. And that all comes with people coaching and Dr. Ruben West has helped me with that. And it's just a matter of, if you know what you can provide for people, then knowledge is the new currency. And if you can give them that knowledge, that they're willing to pay for it.
Thank you so much, Roland. I have had such a great time this morning. Guys, if you are just joining us for the very first time, Islam, welcome. You are on to the Civilized Presence. And of course, you're in the right place at the right time. We started at 8 a.m. Actually, we started a couple of minutes before 8 today. So you can have access to the replay. I have the video. It's going to be on my page, on So Unique Experts on my business page, okay? And it will be on YouTube later today, on Louisa Akaiso on YouTube, and that's my channel. You can go and see it there. We will also have this video on Instagram for 24 hours on my page, So Unique Experts, and you can have access to the video. If you still do have some questions, please leave them in the comment box below. And welcome, Karen Etiquette. It's so good to have you in the house. I can see a lot of people who are jumping in, and I'm so sorry because I have about 4 screens, and that's why I'm looking everywhere, and I cannot grab everybody at the same time. But guys, I want to let you know that I really do love you, and I really enjoyed this session of today. Now, my question for you will be, how far are you willing to bet on yourself this year? How far? You have heard all of this great contents from Roland. He's told us how we can be able to shift and adjust our mindset, our attitude, our lifestyle, building the right circle of influence. How badly do you want to achieve those goals this year? Are you just going to listen to us this morning and walk away and not use this content? I want to be able to work with you. Roland is ready to work with you. This is what he does. He's a mindset coach. I do not want any of my viewers not to succeed this year. Everyone must be able to finish strong. So if you're still struggling on how you want to get the year started, send me an email. My name is Louisa, so it's going to be Louisa at thecivilityacademy.com. And let us know how we can be of help to you. Roland is happy to work with you. Roland is on Instagram, Do It to Lose It Now. He's on Facebook, Manny. On his website is therealcoachro.com. His email is ro@therealcoachro.com. If you do, good question. Perfect. Thank you so much, Helen. Thank you. It's always good to have you in the house. Anytime Helen is here, I behave myself. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Minister Everest Mary. Thank you. Thank you for your support all the way from Cameroon. It looks like this year we're going to have a lot of great contents, guys. You do not want to be anywhere else than being at the Civilized Presence every Mondays and Fridays, and some Saturdays, like we're going to have a session tomorrow. Let me tell you guys, we're going to have a session in French. Yes, I just said so. We are going to have a session in French because I have a lot of viewers from French countries. Morel is French. We have Rosemary from Cameroon. She's French. I have people from Paris. I have Diane on the line, and she's from Paris. So we're going to have that. So if you want to be featured on our session and our show, send me an email. It's Louisa at the civilityacademy.com. Okay. Yes, I'm used to Civilized Presence. Maybe I should have another email for Civilized Presence. But for now, we're using Louisa at the civilityacademy.com. And guys, we have a lot of great things that are happening this year. I do have, and I didn't want to talk about it, but you know what? Let me let the cat out of the bag. My book is here. So I'll talk about it in the next session. Yes, not today. It's the first session today. We're not talking about that now. We have Sikonis trying to say something. Will they be subtitles? Of course there will be. Yes, French and English powerful. Of course there will be. There will be subtitles. This is the civilized person. So I will make sure that I'm civilized and behave properly by having the subtitles. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And I want to let you know that we do have another session and that is focused on goal setting and finishing strong and all the great stuff tomorrow again at 12 p.m. So I will be putting out the post today, and I have Jackson from Kenya. Welcome, Jackson. It's so good to have you in the house. I have Ricardo. Let me know where you're joining us from. It's so good to have you. Welcome. And every other person who has been here, thank you so much. I hate to let you go, but I have to because I have to be civil so that Mr. Roland can come back again. If I take too much of his time, he might not come back.
I'll come back.
Roland, I hope you had a good time with us because we really enjoyed having you on the show. Welcome, Nimanjazivu. Oh my God. If I got it wrong, forgive me. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. You will have access to the replay. You do not want to miss this video. This is the message for you to listen to over and over again. Download this video, okay? Save it on your computer. Every time that it seems like you're going off track, go back to it. And that's what I'm going to do for myself. I'm going to have it on YouTube stored there for you because it's something that you might have to go back over and over and over again. So thank you so much. Thank you, Roland. It was so good to have you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I have to let you go. Thank you and have a wonderful rest of the day. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Have a great day.
Thank you
So much.